Welcome back. You're watching Base Check. We're live from Broadcasting House. First hour down, the second hour is starting right away to look at the world of digital currencies. Look, this is a market that is expected to register a growth of a compounded growth of 12.5% from the year 2023 all the way to the year 2030. It is currently estimated that the digital or the cryptocurrency market is valued at about almost $1 trillion US, and so you're talking about over 100 trillion Kenya shillings. Well, so what is the future and what are the trends talking about in the world of the cryptocurrency? I'm joined by two gentlemen who are experts in this field. This is Dr. Sunano. He's a cryptocurrency consultant. He has traveled widely around the world analyzing and discussing cryptocurrencies. He's joining us here to help us understand more about cryptocurrencies. Sunano, thank you very much for joining us on Base Check.
Thank you for having me.
Asante sana. And next to we have Steve Wainaina. He's also a digital currency analyst based here in Kenya. He's joining us this morning to help put into perspective conversations around digital currencies. Thank you very much, Steve, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
And I want to start with Sunano. When you look at the digital currencies, from a global perspective, in the year 2023, what conclusions do you make?
Well, first of all, I want to say in cryptocurrencies is a very dynamic industry right now. I'll call it an industry. Mm-hmm. And there are really no experts, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Let me really correct that. There are really no experts right now because it's so dynamic. I got started in 2015 and so much have happened in the last 8 years. Mm-hmm. This year, for example, a lot is going to happen. It's already happening. Mm-hmm. And for example, Bitcoin, which is the very first cryptocurrency that was created by Satoshi Nakamoto, it has been on the floor for a while now. And it's going to be like that for throughout this year, basically. We are actually in the bear market. Mm-hmm. There are two markets. We have the bullish market, we have the bear market. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people are expecting probably Bitcoin to just shoot to the moon this year. It may not happen. Mm-hmm. So the market is still bearish. Yeah. So you need to really understand how to make money even in the bearish market, how to position yourself in a bearish market. People have lost the arm and the leg investing carelessly in cryptocurrency. And so you need to really position yourself properly. What angle? Because the technology that backs cryptocurrency is actually blockchain. And that is actually what we should be focused on. Not just dev buying a crypto and holding and hoping that it will rise. What can we do with the technology called blockchain? Blockchain is otherwise called distributed ledger. How can somebody anywhere around the world use that technology to advance their business? And that's what we should be really focused on.
And this is what you're going to help us put into perspective on this show. Wainaina, the crypto market, the craze, and Kenya is actually a big market when it comes to cryptocurrency trade.
That's right.
The last time I checked, it used to be #1. I think it has been overtaken by Nigeria.
Yeah.
Nigeria is now the biggest market, crypto market in Africa. So what is driving the appetite for cryptocurrencies in Kenya?
First of all, when we talk about cryptocurrency, it is very important to understand what is the bedrock of the currency. And as Doctor said here, that it is important to understand first the technology. That's right. Which is very dynamic. The technology is taking this business to another level, and the reason why it is important to understand technology of blockchain. It is going to give people the confidence why they should be in this space. And first of all, it is always important to give people assurance whether they are safe. And maybe you may allow me talk about a little bit about this technology, blockchain technology, because it has features that gives confidence to people who understand it.
And the key word here is people who understand it.
Who understand it.
So which means there are people who do not understand
it. Yes, there are people who do not understand it.
And this is why they get it wrong.
Exactly.
Because they don't take time, first of all, to understand it.
Exactly. To understand it. And that one you should underline, because blockchain, number one, is a distributed database in different ledgers, which runs on different gadgets. And it has its features that guide that technology. Okay? Number one, this technology is uncorruptible. That's one feature. You cannot corrupt it.
Meaning?
Once you have entered a data in blockchain technology, that's it.
Nobody can change it.
You can't change it.
Even yourself, you cannot
change it.
That's right.
It is sealed. And it will never forget. Because it is running on an internet system. Okay? And that's why people who understand it and they use cryptocurrencies, they can sleep comfortably without worry that their money maybe has, and getting the right platform, because people pretend to be in a business of cryptocurrency, but you find they don't have the license to be in the technology. So they pretend to be, but they're not licensed.
They are just pretending
to be in the space. It is a very, very very secured space. Number two feature of blockchain is decentralized. The transactions or the business or whatever asset you're going to be having in blockchain, it is end to end. The information is encrypted. There's no third-party verification. It has to be me to you. And so in between here, nobody can tamper with it. And so it has a very good transparency. It's also another very powerful feature in blockchain technology. And let me say that you do not need to invest trust in it. Your trust is not needed. It's already a trusted, it has its own trust.
And so the first point, for the entry point is, first of all, to understand the platforms that digital currencies operate on, and number two, to understand the digital currencies themselves.
Yes.
And Fivo, when you look at this market and when you look at the growth of the cryptocurrency or the digital trade, digital currencies trade, when you look at the last 5 years, this is when we have seen an exponential growth.
That's right.
And this is also expected, to continue. And I talked about the growth of this market, at a compounded rate of 12.5% from now up to the year 2030. What do people ought to know? And if you have people out there who have been thinking about joining the market, is this the best time to join the trade?
I would say yes. Now, what should they look out for? First of all, you have to join a crypto-based company that is built on community.
And they are there?
Yes.
For example?
The Ultima community, for example, the Platin World community, for example. We have...
It's based where?
It's based in Germany, and we have a lot of community. Now, why should you get involved in community-based cryptocurrency? Because the people add value. Now, if you create a currency, for example, like Kenyan shillings, and nobody is willing to accept Kenyan shillings, for example, the currency itself cannot spend itself. So, but if you create a cryptocurrency in a community, that means you can take that cryptocurrency, I can give to Steve, I say, okay, I want to purchase XYZ from you. The idea of cryptocurrency is not just to trade, to buy cryptocurrency and to sell tomorrow. The main deal that made Satoshi Nakamoto created cryptocurrency is in order for us to use it peer to peer. So if you want to, a lot of people just think about, in the next 10 years, for example, Kenyan shillings will probably have a cryptocurrency called Kenyan shillings, for example, because everything is going there. Now, you must create, first and foremost, a thriving community. Then you now create products that we use that blockchain and cryptocurrency. Now, let me explain that a little bit further. If you're an artist, maybe or you're an author, and you wrote a book. I'm trying to explain how the technology works now. You wrote a book, and you want to publish. The traditional way of publishing, you go to a publisher, and you can publish. How many copies do you want to publish? You want to publish 10,000 copies, for example. Now, after doing that, somebody can take your book, after reading and can give to somebody else. You get my point? Somebody can take the e-copy, if you have it on Amazon, for example, and somebody downloads it, he can share that copy. And he only bought it once. He can even sell it to somebody else.
Yep.
Right? But with blockchain, that is practically impossible. Why? Because when you want to publish your asset or your book on the blockchain, for example, it will ask you, how many digital copies do you want to create? You say, okay, I want to create 10,000 digital copies, for example. Now, the moment you create it, it is stamped, it's time-stamped, it's there for life, like what Mr. Steve said. Now, the moment I go to that platform and say, I want to purchase a copy of your book, if I purchase one copy, what is left is 9,999. Yeah. Now, I cannot create new copies. Now, if I have that copy and finish reading it and say, okay, let me do the traditional way of selling it to a friend. The moment I transfer that copy to a friend, I've transferred ownership of that book. I don't have the copy any longer. It's just like you sending your picture on your phone to somebody else. You still have the copy, right? Yeah. Now, if that picture is currency, for example, and you decide to send it to somebody, that means you still have a copy of the money. That has been the problem making money digital over the years until 2009. So today, if I send you that value, I no longer own it. It leaves me, whether it's ebook, whether it's a recording of a musician, for example, whether it's a digital, anything that is digital copy. The moment I send it to you, I have transferred ownership to you. And that is what makes it so unique. So coming back to why should somebody decide to participate in crypto space? First of all, you need to learn the technology. Whether you want to make money or not, you need to learn it, and learn it now. We cannot be coming late. Now, before now, Africans are always coming late in most technologies. But now we have the internet. So information is everywhere. When I first held my first training in the UK, I was amazed to see, that was in 2017, to see that I was training white folks who don't even have an idea about blockchain. Why? Because the information is on the internet, and anybody anywhere in Africa can access this information. But the first thing to watch out as at now, look out for a cryptocurrency that has community. For example, in our own space, in the Platin World, we've created a lot of value for our community. Now, one of the values is the fact that you will probably buy and sell stuff. For example, you want to buy a car, the car is costing you maybe 120,000 Kenyan shillings, for example, and you are paying monthly 10,000 Kenyan shillings to pay for the car. Do you know with blockchain technology, it's now possible to pay for that car, and at the end of the 12-month period, you start getting your money back in the form of token, cryptocurrencies. You have bought the car, but because you bought it through the platform of the Platin World blockchain, you are able to get your money for your car back 100%, and you have paid for the car. That is incredible. You don't even need to phone anybody. It just works automatically. So you first of all must look out for community-based cryptocurrency. Then make sure the technology is solid. Make sure it's truly blockchain, like I said. Many platforms, people just put money. So I put $10,000 to wherever it is. You just invest money carelessly. First of all, go for the technology. Is it truly blockchain technology they're using? Do they have a community?
How do you confirm that?
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Maybe on that, to confirm that, someone must have, number one, smart contract.
That's correct.
Smart contract is the evidence. And you're able to have even hash that you're transacting with.
That's correct.
So and
what is a smart contract?
A smart contract, actually, it's one in blockchain. For you to do, for example, when you're doing maybe a transaction, we are doing a transaction, or maybe you're buying an asset, or maybe you're putting this document into the blockchain. There's what we call a smart contract that you sign with blockchain, with that technology, that to assure you that whatever you have put in it, it is safe, and you can always have it with the time that you have agreed to have it on that blockchain technology. And as Dr. Favor mentioned here, it is always very important when blockchain can never run without a community. It can never run without a community. There must be a community that has one purpose, to make sure whatever that is being done, it has its own usability. Maybe, can I take you back a little bit?
Yeah.
So that we may understand why cryptocurrency at this age. If you look at there's something we call evolution of money. It is important to understand why we are talking about digital currency right now. And I'm so happy that even in Kenya, this week, or on Tuesday, I saw in one of the dairies talking about Kenyan government now licensing digital currency. This is a very good trend. Because where we are right now, where we've come from, you cannot know where you are going unless you know where you have come from.
That's right.
The way we used to do trade before, from my history, I remember when we were doing barter trade, exchange of goods, and that was the mode of transaction. Okay, but I think because of inflation and the population, we moved from barter trade of exchanging of goods to goods. Then we came to gold as a means of exchange. Gold became very scarce, and inflation became, and so things became so expensive. We saw now we had what we call evolution of coins, coin-based, and that was the medium of transactions. And coins, I think, for us who are Christians, we believe that Jesus was sold with 30 silver coins. That was the age of coins. And then later we found, because of the cumbersome and the heaviness of coins, we moved now to paper money. Paper money came to existence. And now we have been using paper money all the time. And now paper money became also a big issue, because you cannot carry your 1 million shillings in paper in your pocket. You feel insecure. And so even the banking sector introduced plastic money. You can carry your money in plastic now. But from 1950s, it's when the ATM came. So you find that the plastic money has come to an end. And I'm happy that in Kenya, we had the beginning of one of our electronic money, M-Pesa.
We pioneered mobile money.
We pioneered mobile money, electronic money.
Using our phone.
Exactly. And actually, and when you look at it critically, it is a system-generated money also, because it's coded. It's coded. And now we are moving from electronic money now to cryptocurrency. And my brother, whoever is listening to me this morning, is that it is important to understand this space, because this is where the world is shifting to. People want to have efficiency, reliability, quick transactions, real-time transactions. And so when we're talking about cryptocurrencies today, is because of where we've come from and where we are. And maybe we need to check it and to actually look at it, and look at it positively in a big way, because it is a very wonderful space.
We've had a situation whereby people have been scammed the world over. Even just 2 days ago, the United States SEC, or what we call Securities Exchange Commission, is investigating the owners of Binance over some irregularities. And we also saw the collapse of
FTX?
Yes. And so we have a situation whereby people are losing, their investments, their resources to scammers, to investing in non-existent cryptocurrencies. And so how do you do your background just to confirm that I am investing in a genuine and in a real cryptocurrency?
Well, first of all, we need to realize whether it's crypto, whether it's fiat money, whether it's paper money, there will always be theft. There will always be scams. Before crypto came, people were duping people a lot of money. We call them 419s, right? So it is always existing. Now, if you want to get into a crypto space, first of all, look out for the technology. Ask them, is this coin, this thing I'm investing, does it have its blockchain? Show me. It's something you can view. You can actually see the blockchain, where you see the smart contracts, where you see the hash, you see everything, the way the transaction is moving. Now, what people say they lost money, for example, they invest in a platform, it's not really blockchain. You can build a website and say, invest 1 million Kenyan shilling with me, I'm going to give you 10% every month. It's not blockchain. But why people confuse it for blockchain, because you probably paid to do that investment with crypto. And that is the position for those portals, those websites, for example. They know when you pay with crypto, you cannot say you pay to XYZ person. That is the anonymous nature of what? Crypto payments. So they're using that advantage and confusing people that you're investing in crypto. You're not investing in crypto. You invest in a company that is on the internet that's promised you a percentage. Cryptocurrency, there's no percentage in cryptocurrency. You buy a crypto, for example, if it's real crypto, and you hope that the value goes what? Up. And that's what we're talking about, community-based cryptocurrency. Now, if you have a community-based crypto, as the community grows, the demand for the crypto world appreciates. So you have hope. So if you just put your money on the internet because somebody promised you a returns, and you have some fantastic people who do a lot of meetings, seminars on that, and people who attend these meetings and they put their money and say, oh, I've invested in crypto. You're not investing in crypto. You're investing in a platform that uses crypto as payment. That is very clear. So 90% or 99% of the losses people have experienced is because they invested in platforms that use crypto as what? Payment.
But they are fake. They're just fake.
They're just fakes. Well, I wouldn't say fake, really. Anything could happen. Probably the management of the platform, like you invest in you buy shares of a company, and the company goes down, maybe due to policies, government policy, or whatever it is, we really say it's fake. But my point is, realize that you're not investing in crypto when you invest in a platform that promises you a certain amount of returns, because you're actually buying the crypto. You only paid using crypto. And the company is giving returns in hope that they are using the money to trade or to do something.
Can you make losses even by investing in genuine cryptocurrencies?
Definitely. Yeah. You can make losses, of course. Now, if you buy Bitcoin, for example, like 2 years ago, when Bitcoin was like $60,000, 2021, if you bought crypto then, and Bitcoin is $20-something thousand now.
$21,000.
You know, so now if you bought it then, you needed to hold. The only thing you need to do is to wait. The moment you sell it, then you have lost. That's the beautiful thing about crypto. If you have not sold it, then you have not lost. You get my point? It's like buying shares. The company shares is traded on the exchange. Until you what? Sell, you are truly not lost. Your crypto only lost some value currently, but until you sell, you have not really what? Lost. That's the good thing about buying genuine crypto. You can still hold it.
You talked about Platin
World.
Platin World as one of the crypto communities around there. Are there other crypto traders out there?
Other crypto traders?
Yeah, community traders.
Oh, yeah. Bitcoin, for example, have its community, but it is not an organized community where you can say, I want to enter this community. They are scattered all over the world. It's not organized. That, okay, I want to come. As a matter of fact, Platin World is the only successful crypto community-based coin as we speak on the planet.
We have many members.
We have close to 3 million members globally right now. Now, we
trading amongst themselves.
Yes, doing peer-to-peer. Doing peer-to-peer using the utilities of Platin World. For example, it's the only cryptocurrency that have a debit card. What kind of debit card? A crypto-based debit card. Do you know now with our debit card, you can have money offshore? You can have a pound account, you can have a euro account, yen account, you can have a yuan account, and USD accounts offshore on the cloud. So now, if I have Bitcoin, I could transfer Bitcoin into my account, and on that account, it can be converted to what? Dollars, converted to euro, converted to pounds, and I can use the ATM machine in any ATM machine anywhere around the world.
To withdraw or to deposit? To
withdraw or to deposit. You can use it to withdraw. You use it to make normal, regular payments. Now, that is really, really big for us in the crypto space.
And those debit cards are real cards?
Real cards. I have them in my wallet there, right there. Now, so you can use it to make real-time payments. Now, that's one of the biggest utilities of the community. We have another community.
Can I use that debit card to go into a restaurant in Kenya?
Yes.
To buy meals?
Anywhere.
Can I go to the supermarket and buy food?
Do your grocery. Now, the good thing about it, we also have the cashback program. What's the cashback program? For example, your grocery every month is 10,000 Kenyan shilling, for example, or 1,000 Kenyan shilling for grocery every month, for example. And you know, in 12 months, you could do 12,000 Kenyan shillings worth of grocery. What you need to do is just to buy our cashback program, which is based on the blockchain. The moment you buy it, it saves the token worth 12,000 Kenyan shillings for you. And every month, it gives you what? 1,000 Kenyan shillings until the 12th month. By the 13th month, it starts giving you again 100% based on what you've bought. And so in 24 months, you've gotten 240,000 worth of Kenyan shillings because you use the... And this cash you are getting, you can load into your card, walk into any mall, and make your purchase.
I want to hear this from Steve. We have a situation whereby people just want to get into digital currency trade, hoping that in 6 months' time they will be millionaires. Is this a reality? Can it happen? Is this, or how does it work?
You know, not really. Okay, depending on the value of the assets that are in the blockchain. You know, depending on when and how you have been able to invest. Okay, and that's why blockchain technology, as Dr. Favor mentioned here, is that the value, the market, the demand. For example, what you mentioned about Bitcoin. Some few years ago, 2 years ago, it was at $6,000, $60,000. $60,000, one Bitcoin. So for somebody who had bought, or maybe who had gotten some Bitcoins, a Bitcoin maybe at 100,000 in the year 2019 probably, and in 2020 it was at 60,000. He made quite good money. But on the other hand, the market also does what? Fluctuates. And that's what proves that for sure, yes, you have the assets, but the value of the assets is a bit low. But you hold it. In this space you hold, you become patient. It is not a get quick rich space. It is a place of the future. So you need to be patient and be ready to go with the trend, how the market is going. And that's why I always tell people, when you come to this space, it is a space where you need to be patient, develop the attitude of that, the farmer attitude. When you have planted, you don't just go and look whether the seeds are germinating. You wait for its season to come, the day you will be able to harvest. So it's not something that is a get-rich-quick scheme. No. It has, and for sure, as you mentioned, people lose money in this space, yes. But on the other hand, even in other businesses, with the currency, with the normal business, even
the farming that you're talking about,
people lose money.
It could be drought.
Exactly,
they lose all your crop.
Exactly, correct. It's the same. It's actually, it's not unique. It's just that it's in the technology space. It is what we see in the real life, but here it's also in the technology. So it's the same thing. It's the same dynamics we experience in other businesses.
Using the same analogy of a farm, for example, I mean, and you have put it correctly. I mean, you just dig your farm, you buy seeds, you plant, you put fertilizer, you expect rains to come, and then you hope that there will be enough rains for your crops to germinate and to grow. Sometimes it can happen. Sometimes it may not happen.
That's right.
And then you make your losses. And this is where now innovations and technology comes into play. You can decide, I am going to prepare my land, but I'm not going to wait for rains. I can irrigate my land using technology.
Fantastic.
And so it saves you from now the risk of the unexpected. And so even in this space, are there things that you can do to avoid yourself or to shield yourself from losses?
First and foremost, you must, like I said earlier, get in the space where you have community. Very important. For example, in the Platin World community, talking about farming, we have a farming technology where we don't just buy these coins, we farm the coins. Farming simply means we are growing the coins. We buy a technology, Then we buy seeds from the market. We plant the seeds are tokens, they are cryptos. We plant it into the digital farm, and it germinates new coins. So when the value of the coin goes up or goes down, it doesn't really affect us in the long run, because we have created more coins from one coin that you got.
Yeah.
So assuming you bought one coin, and in the next 2 years, it has generated maybe 5 additional coins because of you are what? Growing the coin, you are farming the coin.
Yeah.
Now that shields you from drought, so to speak. That is, when the price comes down, you are not too bothered, because your initial coin is frozen safely for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Then your profit coins, which you have germinated, that's what you can sell, even if the price goes down. So that becomes your profit. So you can hold that initial coin for as long as you want, because you have collected your profit. So that's the shield that our community-based coin provides. So it's very crucial that anybody want to get into crypto, please look out for a community-based cryptocurrency, because there you get that protection. And in Platin World, for example, it's really, really incredible, because we are opening the market. For example, now you can travel. Our community members can travel. They can get up to 40% discounts when they pay with our Ultima token.
And in the same breath, are there also fake digital communities?
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's
just, I told you, Mr. O'Brien, it's just like
real life.
Real life. We're having fake people in the normal businesses, you know? It's the same thing. And fake people will always look at the areas where they can make a kill and switch off. Even in the real businesses here, you find people, we've ever had people, they have been scammed money on the land, even in Kenya, you know? And it's not something new. So also in this space, because it also have a lot of money also, you find there are fake people. There's a fake community. Within the next 390 days, it's no longer there.
That's right.
And they pretend to be part of this space. But in the real sense, if you check whether they are on the platform of blockchain, that's one thing that I wanted to underline.
So the whole point is, first of all, to confirm.
It is to confirm whether they're on the bedrock, whether they are founded on the bedrock that holds this technology of currency.
And how do you do that?
That's why I told you. There's one thing that verifies you. Do you have a smart contract with the blockchain?
A smart contract.
A smart contract. Then number two, this company, does it have infrastructure? The infrastructure that holds, you know, let me go a little bit further. Blockchain technology is not only about money. No, it's a big area. And as I mentioned to you, that it's a big area. And cryptocurrency is just a specific component. So it's a bedrock, it's a big space where many institutions can bank on the technology to keep their records straight, safe, and also to manage their businesses and to be able to run affairs of their businesses. For example, I want to mention, maybe like, for example, in our situation in Kenya, when I give you a check, I write you a check, how long does it take to materialize it as money? It takes like 24 hours, or maybe another for 2 days. Why? Because in the banking sector, they haven't invested in this technology of blockchain. If they had blockchain, it takes seconds. It takes seconds to cash out the check, a check. Because it is not about, there's no third-party verification. It is one transaction. It's a transaction. So, but for you to be in this technology, you must know, is this company that you are dealing with, is it based on the bedrock that holds this technology?
And so from your explanation, I mean, You know, it's a very sophisticated.
Very
Sophisticated. You're saying very, actually.
Yes.
And so this is not a business for...
It's a sophisticated and very easy.
Sophisticated but very easy.
Very easy to understand.
And then if it is sophisticated, that require, and sophistication in this aspect, that it requires you to do a lot of research, to do a lot of reading, and to do a lot of listening, then is this then a market or a trade or a business for anybody?
I think one of the things that we needed to do, if you are interested in coming to the space, is to seek for mentorship.
Mentorship.
Very crucial. You need mentorship. Now, mentors will hold your hand and show you the steps. I've spent 8 years, for example, in this space. But the real progress started like 4 or 5 years ago, because I've gotten a lot of what? I've been mentored myself. And so you need to get what? Mentorship.
Did you ever make any wrong choice in your...
Oh yeah, of course. I lost money. Seriously. I did that. I mean, yes, seriously.
What is the most you ever lost?
Well, let me say, okay, in dollars, I would say I've lost maybe $20,000.
$20,000?
Yes, in the past.
That's about 2-point-something million Kenya shillings.
Yes, in the past. But I mean, in this...
And you never gave up?
Never gave up. I went ahead. In 2016, I went to the UK. I went to London Blockchain Week to go and understand the technology itself. In 2017, I went there several trainings in the UK on the blockchain technology, and that helped me to understand. That's why when Platin World started in 2016, I was able to connect to it, because they have real technology based on my training. Even though it seems slow, the growth has been slow over the years, but it's standing for 7 solid years. Imagine a company that's a crypto-based company that is for 7 solid years and is still growing and is still innovating. So you must realize that it's a risky space, number one, but you need mentorship. If you get the right mentorship, then you may probably have 60-70% of success.
How do you identify your mentors?
Oh, well, you need to go and look out for them.
Where do you look
for example, if you want to come to crypto space, I could gladly mentor you. If
you're willing to mentor people?
I'm willing to mentor people. I've been doing that on my YouTube channel for the last 5 years.
Channel?
You just go search Dr. Favor, F-A-V-O-R, Dr. Favor Sunano. Just search it on YouTube and just subscribe.
And you're willing to
mentor you, guide you. I've done that in the last 4 years. I've mentored over 100,000 people in Africa. And I've seen people become financially independent, more than 10,000 people.
What is your message to the people listening and watching this program and asking themselves, how do I gain the relevant knowledge when it comes to cryptocurrency? How do I join communities of crypto traders? Well,
if you're watching this, I believe there's nothing like coincidence. You are watching this because you need to get this information. You need to know more about blockchain. You need to understand the Platin World community, because it's a community-based cryptocurrency. Now, the next step, if you want to get information, is to go to that YouTube channel I just mentioned, Dr. Favor Sunano, S-U-N-A-N-O. Just search my name on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to show you step by step and guide you, and you will see a lot of people who have succeeded. You will see the fact that you too can succeed, but be patient to learn first. That's the most important thing. And I give free education all across Africa.
All across Africa.
That's right.
What about you?
Yeah, I want to challenge our society, our community here in Kenya. Take time to learn. This is a very wonderful time for us to learn. We're living in the 21st century. Let us not live as if we are living in 19th century. We're in 21st century. Let's take time to learn. And this is a very, very wonderful space, because it is challenging to each and every person to come on board and take time to be able to make more in your lifestyle. Yes,
in your lifestyle.
In your lifestyles.
Gentlemen, thank you so very much indeed for joining us this morning and for helping us put the conversation around cryptocurrency into perspective. Dr. Favor Sunano, thank you for your time. Steve Wainaina,
thank you.
Your time is highly appreciated.
Thank you very much.